At 50, Maria sat in her cozy New York apartment, reflecting on the twists and turns of her life. At 30, she had married the man of her dreams, Ethan, a successful businessman with charm, ambition, and a heart full of promises. The early years of their marriage were magical. Ethan would surprise her with romantic dinners, weekend getaways, and heartfelt notes tucked in unexpected places. Their bond was strong, and Maria felt her life was complete. However, as Ethan's business expanded, so did the demands on his time. Late nights at the office became the norm. Weekends that once were for them turned into endless meetings and networking events. Maria tried to understand, believing it was a phase, but as months turned into years, loneliness became her constant companion. The love and attention she had once been showered with now felt like distant memories. Maria expressed her feelings to Ethan, hoping for change, but his replies were always the same. I'm doing this for us, Maria. Just hold on a little longer. Yet, holding on became harder with every passing day. She yearned for companionship, someone to share her joys, fears, and quiet moments with. Finally, at 40, Maria made the hardest decision of her life. With a heavy heart, she asked Ethan for a divorce. He was shocked, but deep down he understood. Their paths had diverged, and neither could walk in the other's direction anymore. Maria moved to New York, seeking a fresh start. With no grand plans, she took a government job to sustain herself, slowly rebuilding her life. Her colleagues admired her resilience, but Maria felt a void. To fill her evenings, she began tutoring children in her small apartment. It started with one student and soon grew into a full-fledged home classroom. Maria discovered her passion for teaching, and the joy of shaping young minds gave her a renewed sense of purpose. Among her students was Ethan, a shy, brilliant 20-year-old with a thirst for knowledge. Unlike her ex-husband, Ethan valued simple joys and meaningful conversations. Over time, Maria noticed his enthusiasm for learning extended beyond books. He lingered after lessons, helping her tidy up, asking about her day, and sharing stories of his own. His sincerity and youthful energy were a breath of fresh air in Maria's otherwise structured life. At first, Maria dismissed her feelings for Ethan as mere admiration. He's 30 years younger, she told herself. This is just my loneliness talking. But the connection they shared was undeniable. Ethan respected her wisdom, admired her strength, and found her radiant in a way she hadn't felt in years. One rainy evening, as they were wrapping up a lesson, Ethan hesitated before leaving. Maria, he began, his voice soft but steady, I don't know how to say this, but you're incredible. You've changed my life in ways I can't explain. Maria's heart raced. She had always been composed, but this confession left her speechless. She tried to protest, reminding him of their age gap, but Ethan was undeterred. Love isn't about numbers, he said. It's about connection, understanding, and how someone makes you feel. And you make me feel alive. Over the next few weeks, Maria wrestled with her feelings. Society's judgments loomed large in her mind, but so did Ethan's unwavering belief in their bond. Finally, she decided to let go of her fears. She had spent too much of her life sacrificing her happiness for others. Their relationship blossomed slowly, away from prying eyes. Ethan brought a vitality to Maria's life, while she gave him stability and wisdom. They explored the city together, shared books, and spent countless hours discussing dreams and aspirations. As months turned into years, Maria realized that love isn't bound by time or conventions. It's about finding someone who sees you for who you are, cherishes you, and makes you believe in magic again. Maria and Ethan's relationship, though beautiful, wasn't without challenges. Society, as Maria feared, was quick to judge. Friends and acquaintances questioned her decision, labeling it as impulsive or inappropriate. Even some of her students' parents began to withdraw their children from her classes. Maria, Ethan said one evening, noticing her somber mood, "Are you regretting this?" She shook her head, tears threatening to spill. "No, Ethan. Never. But, the whispers, the judgment, it's exhausting. I feel like I'm constantly defending our love." Ethan held her hands, his gaze steady. "Let them talk. Their opinions don't define us. What matters is how we feel about each other. I'm here for you always." His unwavering support gave Maria strength. They decided to face the world together, one step at a time. Ethan introduced Maria to his family, and while his parents were initially shocked, they saw how happy and grounded she made him. With time, they accepted her. Maria, too, reached out to her estranged family and friends. Some were supportive, while others distanced themselves. She realized that true relationships are those that celebrate your happiness, not judge it. A turning point. One day, Maria was approached by a journalist who had heard of their unconventional love story. Initially hesitant, Maria and Ethan decided to share their journey. The article highlighted their struggles and triumphs, focusing on the depth of their bond rather than their age gap. To their surprise, it resonated with many readers who applauded their courage. Maria's tutoring business, which had suffered a decline, began to flourish again. Parents admired her resilience and the values she instilled in their children. Ethan, inspired by Maria's strength, pursued a degree in education and began assisting her with the classes. Together, they built a thriving community where students not only learned academics but also lessons about compassion and acceptance. A new chapter. As the years passed, Maria and Ethan grew stronger together. They traveled the world, celebrated each other's milestones, and found joy in the simplest moments. Their love, once doubted by many, became a beacon of hope for others who dared to follow their hearts. At 60, Maria reflected on her life. She had experienced heartbreak, loneliness, and judgment, but she had also found a love so pure it made every struggle worthwhile. Holding Ethan's hand, she smiled, knowing that her story was far from over. Maria and Ethan's life together was filled with moments of joy, challenges, and personal growth. Despite their love's strength, the world's opinions continued to test their bond. Facing society. As their love story gained attention, Maria and Ethan became the subject of both admiration and criticism. Social media turned their story into a sensation. Some called their relationship inspiring, proving love knows no age, while others criticized it, accusing Maria of being selfish or Ethan of being immature. One day, while scrolling through comments, Maria came across hurtful words. It stung, even though she tried not to let it bother her. Ethan found her deep in thought and wrapped his arms around her. "Maria, why do you care about what they say? They don't know us," he whispered. She sighed. "It's not easy to ignore, Ethan. I feel like I'm constantly fighting to prove that what we have is real." Ethan kissed her forehead. "Then let's stop trying to prove it. Let's live for us, not for them. Building a life together." Ethan, now in his mid-20s, became Maria's biggest support in her tutoring business. With his passion for teaching and modern ideas, they expanded the small venture into a well-known tutoring center. Maria's years of experience and Ethan's fresh perspective made them an unstoppable team. Their center began offering workshops on life skills and emotional intelligence, attracting students from across the city. Parents trusted them not just for academics but for shaping their children into confident, empathetic individuals. The proposal. On Maria's 55th birthday, Ethan surprised her with a heartfelt proposal. He invited her to a small park where they often spent quiet evenings. The place was decorated with fairy lights and pictures of their journey together. As Maria walked in, Ethan knelt with a ring in hand. "Maria, you've taught me what love truly means. You've been my guide, my partner, and my best friend. I don't care about the world's opinions. I just care about you. Will you marry me?" Tears streamed down Maria's face as she nodded. "Yes, Ethan. 1,000 times yes." They decided on an intimate wedding with close friends and family. Maria wore a simple yet elegant dress, and Ethan couldn't take his eyes off her. The ceremony was filled with laughter, tears, and a deep sense of gratitude for the love they had found in each other. Life together. As time passed, Maria and Ethan continued to inspire those around them. Maria, now in her 60s, and Ethan, in his 30s, embraced life with unmatched enthusiasm. They traveled the world, sharing their story at conferences and events, encouraging people to break free from societal norms and follow their hearts. Their tutoring center grew into an educational foundation, offering scholarships to underprivileged children. Ethan led the organization's expansion, while Maria mentored teachers and students, sharing her wisdom. A lasting legacy. By the time Maria reached her 70s, she and Ethan had built a life filled with love, purpose, and memories. Though Maria's age began to catch up with her, Ethan remained her constant companion, caring for her with the same love and devotion he'd shown from the beginning. One quiet evening, as they sat on their balcony watching the sunset, Maria rested her head on Ethan's shoulder. "I've lived a full life, Ethan. And it's because of you. You gave me a second chance at love and happiness." Ethan held her close. "And you gave me everything I could ever dream of, Maria. You're my forever." Maria smiled, content in the knowledge that their love had defied time, challenges, and judgment. It wasn't a perfect journey, but it was theirs, and that made it beautiful.